Good morning, everyone. It's Gosia Scarlett here. Welcome to the second part of Trend Edition video. And today we will be talking all about key garments of the season and what's there for you really to maybe consider to incorporate into your own wardrobe to add this more current contemporary feel to it. I know many of you would probably worry that maybe if you buy something right now, whether that's, for example, frilly top or clothes, that next year this thing will be just outdated. Yes, and I totally understand that. So let me take you through what's really there right now in shops, just so you are first familiar with what to expect. And you know what, trends are actually pretty much set up 2 years in advance by trend analysts. So it is actually them who decide what is now in shops and what choices we really have. But yes, let's get on. Let me share with you the ideas. So we will go through those key elements, key steps. So tops of the seasons, bottoms of the season, outwear, dresses, and key characteristics. Yes. So when it comes to tops of the season, we can see, and I've identified 3 key types of tops. First thing, very huge on high street, deconstructed shirt. As you can see, there can be any sort of like frills or extra like just oversized sleeves or cutouts, cold shoulder, and you know, all sorts of styles like this. Again, with accentuated waist, with some ruching, with some sort of like tight elements popping just like here. Again, some like extra wide straps around back. But basically, you will see all sort of variation of shirt, whether that's and that will be mainly cotton. So cotton as well as the actual different versions of the button-up. Button-down shirt or just a simple like crew neck styles. But yes, it will be in all sorts of forms and shapes, with some shorter, cropped, or longer, like you see with the cutout back. Again, some sort of frills showing shoulders. I really like all sorts of different selections. I think this is very specific to this season. It wasn't that much of styles like this previously, so this is something definitely very characteristic. Second top of the season would be a flowy blouse, and this flowy blouse, Mango is normally really the best shop here because they have always been actually specializing in this kind of flowy element and a really good classic collection of clothes. So check it out if you fancy. But yes, definitely flowing blouse. It can be obviously like more like pastel, simple, like lighter shades, but also lots of printed styles, as you can see with some like flowy elements like sleeves. This is particularly good for those ladies who maybe feel concerned about their heavier arms and they just want to create something that just basically brings this softness and gives some sort of like lighter feel. Let me make myself bigger in the window. So there's some sort of lighter feel to it. Also, again, more like structured feel, like this one with a beautiful pattern. Especially, you can see retailers are giving you these days lots of interesting ideas when it comes to what sort of even earrings you can basically pair with it, right? And again, very similar style, so cutouts elements here with some like asymmetric straps like frills, but definitely the flow, it is normally very soft fabric, so you can think of this is something that will never go out of fashion if I especially this classic style. A simple v-neck, super flattering for most women. Mid-tummy length is the absolutely like magic length, great for elongating legs, great for flattening stomach, and just like basically very, very good length for many different shapes. So I definitely would recommend. And a sort of soft, can be chiffon, but can be crepe fabric. Really, really good. So think of one of those styles. Definitely Mango is the shop to go. I personally don't think that any sort of cutouts, they've been in fashion from season to season. I always repeat that fashion really makes circles, so I wouldn't worry too much about being kind of out of trend if you don't buy it. I mean, like if you buy it like next year. But yes, just bear in mind that if you have a choice between one of those two tops and you want this to last for longer, then definitely more classic option will be something that will be timeless. But if you don't want to invest too much, definitely, and you want to have this trendy element and just a refreshing feel to your wardrobe, I suggest that you consider shops like New Look, for example, or H&M. They do sell and sort of like trendy items, at a very convenient price. So you will like the price tag. And if you invest just a little bit less money, that gives you an option to allow yourself for any sort of mistake. So, for example, you want to try this kind of cutout trend. You are not sure if that's for you. You can buy the top, for example, in Mango, it can be on sale, or even just regular price shouldn't be more than 30 quid. 30, 40, and yes, you can just see how this top really make you feel, and take it from there. So definitely I would say experiment. This is the way I definitely have defined my style, and of course, you know that if you don't want to waste your time and money on trying the easiest way, like for example, your stylist can help you. But again, more flowery styles on ASOS, especially very quirky, lovely prints. So if you are the lady that really loves different prints, go to ASOS. They have, as you can see, great selection. And third type of top, girl power t-shirt. There's so many. I was saying this in my previous video about the kind of archetypes, and fashion these days really are showing so many sort of like very strong feminine figures. Even in those pictures, you can see that the t-shirts saying, look, I am the boss or femme, it really represents this strong, cool girl that doesn't give a damn, and she knows who she is. And I don't mind those messages, but I think we don't need to really wear a t-shirt to say the world, who we are or anything like this. So the most important is to work obviously on your inner confidence, and that should sort out everything else. But yeah, lots of styles like this: afraid of nothing, never mind. Like, so all those t-shirts and this vibe really show attitude. If you want to incorporate like this definitely will not go out of fashion. Printed t-shirts, especially with some like very, like, I would say, universal kind of messaging, they always will be cool and especially nice to pair with some midi skirt or with a pair of jeans. You throw on this and this sort of like tailored jacket, add some sneakers or add some Brocs or even heels. Like, so easy to create this so-called city chic style. This is the one of key elements of the style. So yeah, give it a go. Don't worry. Again, superhero, really great with, like I said earlier, with midi skirts or with even some tailored pants. So yeah, I think if you are one of those girls with an attitude, absolutely go for it. Okay, guys, so next up we have 3 bottoms of the seasons. So I've identified definitely crop trousers. They've been in fashion already for quite a few seasons, and with each season I've noticed that it just gains strength all the time, basically. So we have so we have definitely a sort of crop trousers in all sorts of different style. Can be in a sort of like plain, tailored, or kind of chino style. Lots of with like either high waist or stripes or with some pleats. All sort of styles. Very often retailers give you already, like I say, idea on how you can wear it, because this creates so much volume. You need to think of the balance in your outfit. So because it's very like heavy, dragging, voluminous, and very often foreshortening for your figure, you need to think of, okay, how can I balance it? So this lovely mango top, which to be honest, I had occasion even to shop for this with my client, and yeah, it is amazing. Yes, kind of give you width across shoulders, what means the balance, the heaviness, and at the same time it trims the waist. So that's exactly what you want. So you want to create proportion between top and bottom half, and then obviously trim the waist to create this nice hourglass. But what is even more important here is that you need to think of further balance, especially and you can create this obviously with more chunky flat form shoes. So think whole outfit rather than focusing on one part. Again, the fact that she ties the t-shirt just right here, it's again with the purpose to trim it, because there is width here, there is width and heaviness here, but then there must be something in the outfit that brings the shape. Okay, so always thinking this way. Even mid-tummy top itself, like I said earlier, already creates illusion of a waist, so this brings it. Yeah, so play like this. I think, like I said, more colorful options as well, very often with some frills. Obviously pink is really huge, and like fuchsia type of shades, and yellow on high street with some extra front kind of elements. So all sort of stuff. Again, what can I say? I think it's very interesting trend. Like if I remember I was trying it on like last year and I didn't feel the vibe, but I think there are so many different styles of clothes, and I definitely remember that the pair I was trying in whistles, it was just slightly too tight around the waist, but the cut was beautiful and I feel amazing in this. So I think if you are resilient and if you really want to incorporate this, because it's definitely one of those items, garments that add instant current feel to your wardrobe, instant, and so easy to wear with simple t-shirt and stuff. I would suggest give it a go, absolutely, but the key here is to find the right pair. And very often those styles go very high waist, so you need to have a waist girl. If you struggle with tummy, I really suggest you stay away from it. Just go with something that absolutely suits you, okay? And in terms of this trend lasting for longer, I do think that it will last. I think the fashion is going more toward tailoring, and as long as you buy the culottes in this kind of more like tailored fabric, different thicker, more elegant fabric, then I think it is one of those elements you can definitely buy, and it will last for longer. And of course you can go for patterned, especially for summer, lots of cotton styles. Very, very good idea, alternative to any sort of midi skirt. But again, it is all about trying on. It's not one best shop other than, when it comes to styles, you really need to, like I said, have decision. If you really want, you will find. Of course, lots of styles in Zara. I suggest you actually try it on. So go shop for culottes offline rather than online, because this is one of those elements of wardrobe like jeans. You really need to try on quite a few pairs in order to find the perfect one. No excuses. Sorry, guys. Okay, third type, my lovelies, is high waist trousers. Actually, sorry, I think that's that is second. So it's high waist trousers. So plenty of styles with high waist. So whether that's any sort of tie element, or again buckles and very interesting stuff like this. This is more like tapered style. So it's actually, rather than a crop will very often go just straight or wide, this one, like I said, shows your waist but actually is tapered, and very often it allows for wearing not really that chunky shoes. Just you can balance it differently, but again, even simple cigarette, but high waist, again, very often any sort of like ruching or pleats and this kind of ribbon around the waist has been incorporated as one of the details, just to even emphasize the focus on waist. And again, can be also sports style, so on this side, but as well like some sort of like leather, more sophisticated. So really plenty of styles. Again, Zara really, yeah. I think this one I already showed, but as a crop trousers, but in this context I show as a high waist, because again, this belt is very prominent, right? And here as well. Okay, and the third type is mom jeans. Oh my God, there's so many mom jeans. I don't think this is one of the easiest thing to pull off, definitely for those slimmer girls. But yes, you can find style that are more on the boyfriend side, and they are pretty cool. You really can always think of rolling up, hems here and add some sort of cool. If you are unsure of pulling it off, I suggest very good way is just to use jeans to dress in a monochromatic way. So basically, tone on tone look like this girl, for example, like sort of like blues, because it will not make you look bigger in the end. So yeah, that's again with some heels, partially tucking shirt, roll up sleeves, more like kind of tomboy, again with some heels, like whenever you look at style at the those kind of key characteristics, just try to replicate the formula, like what's actually going on here, and that would be easy for you then to think of how you can style your own things in your wardrobe. Okay, so this is it. Okay, guys, outwear of the season. What sort of jackets and nice coats and stuff we have? Well, definitely leather jacket has been always there and will be, but this season there is even more styles and more cool edge. So starting from very classic, nice biker jacket like in Topshop. You can also find any sort of like pop art element, colors, just to bring some edge. Plenty of styles that are cropped, and again, red is one of the key colors this season. So lots of this color, lots of course, this kind of heavy metal kind of elements. I mean, the studs and some embroidery at the same time. So very often, it is just bringing those key kind of elements, trendy elements in one. So literally mixing leather plus studs plus embroidery. Okay. And again, lovely jackets. I always recommend and will. If you look for a leather jacket, and this is definitely one of the staple pieces, I would strongly suggest you get for yourself. Especially that red is one of the color that absolutely suits so many different skin tones and stuff. Absolutely think of it. It's so much more difficult to pull off, obviously pale. But just think, I know, guys, I know, my dear, that you intuitively know already what color suits you. So trust yourself, go with the flow, put this near your face and decide if this is your color. I know you if you only allow yourself to trust and see how you feel, I know you will choose well. I know it. So yes, different colors, also metallic, some sort of like cascade drapey, but definitely mango is the place to go. And next up, trench coat. Well, trench is amazing, especially great, with dresses, with trousers, with jeans. A really, really, really very classic idea. And again, this is something you cannot go wrong. I suggest you go with the classic, like this one. I think if you go with embroidery, it's not a big risk, but just know that if you buy trench coat with this element, this kind of embroidery is very characteristic for the season. So I am pretty sure that in 1 year or two, you will just get fed up with this having those flowers embroidered. So I suggest you just don't buy this type of trench, rather simple, elegant one, because it will always look better, even on this evening occasion, date, or whatever. Also lots of khaki stuff. It can be this kind of parka thing, like here. Lots of stripes, again, lovely red. It is just about feeling your vibe. So you can, you just need to identify your style, kind of personality, whether you are more classic chic, or maybe you like some sort of edge, or totally maybe arty feel, or, really, really up to you. You need to really look into who you are and your wardrobe and your vibe and how far your boundaries go. Yes. And again, some printed ones, denim. This is, okay, so next one, parka. So we had leather jacket, we had trench coat, and this one is third, parka. Parka, lots of like those styles for almost like those rainy days. Yeah, just as you can see, can be metallic but yeah, I suggest that a very good just trench coat. I remember I bought my one actually last year in Jasper Conran, I think in Debenhams, the actual waterproof trench coat, so 2 in 1. And I think it's just like brilliant idea because it looks stylish and lovely when it's pouring. You don't have to put any sort of parka, and then it's a good solution. So look for trench coat. Yeah. Also like this. Okay, let's move on to also like suits. So as one of the kind of general garments, general concepts this season, lots of suits, very often with this masculine edge. Even it is shown not like a tiny, elegant, innocent. It is just the strength absolutely oozing from those kind of archetypes. Even here, okay, really good Topshop ASOS. The blue is really lovely, graceful, but as you can see, the actual woman, it is all about woman who is, as I think, if YSL, if Saint Laurent said that what's most important in a dress is the woman, and that's exactly what makes difference. Yeah, this one is like confident, sharp. This one is more tomboyish. So there are definitely, again, strong figures here. Dresses, no, mainly will be dresses with those bell sleeves, with accentuated waist, whether that's stripes, whether that's, they always lots of dresses with waist. So if you don't have waist, you can really, belts can really bring it. If you have, you can create, if you have waist, obviously accentuated, because I think nothing more beautiful than woman having a really beautiful shape and showing it. I used to cover like so much of my shape, and then at one point I started discovering more of my femininity and actually really bringing it. So it's nice to sometimes just think of this lovely soft spring dress that shows really your waist and has got some sort of like a nice A-line. So yeah, buy yourself a lovely soft spring dress that make you feel feminine, beautiful, soft, and effortless. That's what you want. And again, or you can think of something like totally everyday, like those kind of very classic items that don't crease too much, that are easy just to put leather jacket on and you are ready to go. Okay, or something more like romantic and for the evening, for the warm afternoon and drink in the sunshine. Okay, right, let's move on to characteristics. So very first thing, I mentioned this earlier, even in trousers and dresses, it is waist. So waist is focus. So we will have trousers that are high waist to showcase it. We will have dresses for accentuated waist. We will have jackets cut in like kind of knit style. And what is very specific this season is definitely incorporating this element of lingerie almost, because when you look at this, this is the kind of the belt that reminds you, rather than of the situations from the, I don't know, bedroom or lingerie and something like that. But now, these days, it is just showed just to create this kind of interesting combo, but only for certain women. I think you definitely need to feel it and have the attitude to wear it. But definitely, like I said, belts and an accentuated waist. Second thing, layering. So it's so much layering. You can see that you have, again, those kind of elements that are very sensual, very romantic, like lace, but lace camisole, or yes, some sort of like suede camisole even. All sort of like this type of soft, delicate camisoles that will be this season always layered, whether that's over a simple t-shirt. Well, here we have even like kind of frill element layered, like say, or denim, like again. Or like I said, you have this kind of high neck just worn just under this very soft, delicate dress. So it's lots of the concept, like, or like leather kind of crop camisole over white shirt, or just like classic layering. So like I said, think, try on, but yeah, I think this is very, very kind of specific, edgy, and yeah, if you are a woman with attitude, go for it, if that's you. And the pop art prints, lots of like those pop arts, whether that's Alf, whether that's little like print on the t-shirt, or like sort of like I said, Coca-Cola, and all sort of, like I said, pop art mix of different. So that's something that's I have identified. It's just so much of it on high street these days. Yeah, so that is basically the overview, guys. I hope you find this interesting. And as I was saying, go to shops, but I suggest that, yeah, consider incorporating definitely some sort of like nice printed tee. You can always think of your own favorite quote or line, and there are places where you can print this on a simple t-shirt that you buy in H&M and have something totally unique and bespoke. And so I would think of this. This can give you a current edge. Also, and it's sort of like nice tailored culottes that absolutely, I think, most women actually can find some sort of style that they can pull off. It is when it comes to culottes or those crop trousers, it is all about what shoes you wear and what you wear on the top and how you balance proportions. And having this knowledge, you will be able to pull it off. And yes, definitely, and sort of like nice dress, that's something that will always last you from season to season. So there are definitely a few pieces that you just cannot go wrong with. And next video, I will see if I try to maybe go and show you just live in the shop, like what's out there, because I think that's a good way. But yeah, this or other way, it will be all about accessories in the part 3. So yeah, watch out for that. And if you would like to learn more about fashion and like which fashion trends you can incorporate into your wardrobe to add this more current and contemporary feel, but without looking too young, then let me know. And yes, so you are already most likely in my list if you are watching it, because that's part 2. So yes, all those 3 parts you can receive if you want my part of my newsletter at GS Styling. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that's helpful. And if you would like to receive more tailored advice, because perhaps you don't have time to think about this, perhaps you are just confused and you don't really understand your own style, you have so many clothes in your wardrobe and you can create some outfits, but actually you don't feel it really reflects you. You don't know how to really manage fashion these days because it's really overwhelming, how to really be confident in saying no to something that is not up your street, and not being kind of not fearing that you will miss out like I used to ages ago. If you really have those dilemmas, I would like to take those dilemmas away from you, and I would very much like to help you with this, because I truly believe that every single woman should just own her personal style, as long as she is confident in who she is as a person. I think style is not something that should hold her back, but actually should support her fully in achieving more in her life. So please let me know if you want more ideas, if you want tailored advice. I'm actually currently offering 30-minute What Suits Me session. It is video virtual session, and I can take you to shops just to give you some ideas on what you could add to your wardrobe to make it look more current. So many women feel that they are that they just want to be in the game, but they don't want to look too young and they don't want to look too old or frumpy. So it's just about finding this right balance. I can definitely help you with this if that's your dilemma. Let me know. Here's my phone number and obviously my page, www.gsstyling.com. Hope to see you soon. And yes, thank you very much for watching. Yes, that was lovely. And yes, have a good rest of the day and speak to you soon, lovely. Bye-bye.